inpatient program. He will not send her to prison if she's in an inpatient program. And so we started working, and her daughter completed a very tough inpatient program, has been sober ever since, just got her pipe fitter's license, and is making $35 an hour as a pipe fitter. Yeah. So she has a family foundation that donates us money. And it's the reason that we've lasted for the last 5 years and are now getting ready to get $1.2 million in federal money. So we have, there's a little story about Sherry's mom on the back of this. When you walk through the space, when you get to the top of the stairs, if you'll turn and face the wall, you'll see that we have dedicated this space in honor of her mother, Catherine Zugby, and her indomitable spirit. And her granddaughter is going to say a few words about what it was like to be raised by this warrior grandmother spirit.
Hey, hi all. My name is Laura, and I am Sherry's granddaughter, and I have several of my. I'm Kay's granddaughter. I don't know. I got my kids and my grandkids here. I don't even know who I am. But anyways, I was asked to speak today not only on the dedication of my grandmother and her fight with cancer and her resilience with cancer, but just on the topic of resiliency in general. And I think I put a little bit above and beyond. I spent about 2 weeks researching the topic of resiliency, and I wrote a lot. So I think that I am going to talk a little bit about my grandma, Catherine Zugby. She spent 10 years battling cancer, and this woman, she had an amazing spirit, and she fought really hard. But she doesn't want me to talk about her today. That's not what she wants me to talk about. Yes, she wrote a check. She wrote a check helping someone, but she wrote that check because she has several children of her own that were addicted to drugs, that have been through mental and physical abuse. She has a grandchild, like I said, that was facing incarceration, and but she was completely transparent to anyone that is going through these battles. And she thought that this was the best opportunity to help not only her own grandchild, but many, many more to come. And I think that she would want this dedication today to be to those survivors, to the board members that have spent the last 5 years since 2014 building this foundation and working so very hard, and the women that they've helped, over 1,000 women already in just 5 years, to be resilient and get past this point. I looked up the definition of resiliency, and the Webster's definition is the ability to recover readily from illness, depression, adversity, or the like. I think that it's a lot more than that, and I heard a song recently. I wanted to share the song with you because I feel that this song is, it really has to do with resiliency. It's Ariana Grande, and she says, excuse my language, well, not all adults, but she says, been through some bad shit. I should have been a sad bitch. Who would have thought it turned me into a savage? That's what resiliency is. Resiliency is the ability to overcome, to get past. We all have different journeys in life that we have different struggles with resiliency, overcoming exclusion. We all have different abilities and different levels of coping. All of us are at different places in life with our health, our relationships, our finances, our struggles, our mental health, our addictions, our hopes, our dreams, our goals for a better life. These are all different for everybody. But there's one thing that everyone has, and it is the access to the tools to overcome and to be resilient and to become resilient. And Journey of Hope is the place. They're the place that are here to help those women and help anyone who needs those tools. And I think we all need to thank them for that. The mission statement, I looked it up at journeyofhopeutah.org, for those of you that are interested. And it says it's to improve the lives of harmed and justice-involved women and girls by empowering them through gender-responsive case management and mentorship with the social advocacy that systems that serve them. These are included to, but not limited to, women who are victims of abuse, homeless, victims of trafficking, struggling with substance abuse or mental illness, and women who are on parole or probation. Most of these women truly don't understand how to make the change. They don't understand that life can be any different than it is in their current state. And that's where Journey of Hope, they step in. They step in because there's no one wants to be challenged to grow and change, because at least that's how they know. That's what they know. That's what it feels like. These women at Journey of Hope that have started this board, they know what it feels like to struggle with depression. They know what it feels like to battle addiction. They know what it feels like to be abused, to be trafficked, to be neglected, to be taken advantage of. They also know what it feels like to struggle with anxiety. And you know what, y'all, that sucks. It really does. It sucks. But even if it sucks, sometimes it's better than the unknown for a lot of these women. There's incredible power in understanding that these women need to know that they are in control. They're in control. It feels hard. It feels like they're suffering. It feels like they're struggling with their health, their addiction, their self-worth, their finances, their relationships, their mentally, physically, emotionally. But they can make a change, and Journey of Hope can help that happen. These women have a voice. They have a voice for themselves. They have a voice for where they're going. Life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% of what you do with it. So when you get set back, you get thrown off course, you lose your mom, you're sexually assaulted, you're abused physically or mentally, you get addicted to drugs, you lose your kids, you're a ward of the state, you have nowhere to go, you had a baby too young, your parents kicked you out, your grandma, your mother, your child, somebody you know is battling with cancer, that's all dirt. It's dirt. But beautiful, beautiful things come from the dirt. Sometimes you gotta have dirt thrown on you so that you can thrive. Because that's your fertilizer, that's your empowerment. That's your resiliency. So, anyway, when you know there's nothing to do but fight, that's resiliency. When it's the only word that's left, when the storm keeps coming, when things go bad from worse, and you have every reason to stop trying, but you don't. You have tears, you have frustration, you have hurt, you have sadness. The light that finally breaks through the darkness, that's resiliency. In the moments that matters most, it's everything. So it happens to them, it happens to people, it happens to you, and only you and the person that it happened to knows how dark that is. Resiliency and grit, they're not pretty words. They mean so much more to those who know them well. The words have scars, they symbolize the battle, but they're also the gateway to something special. So even if you haven't reached out for help, or if you know someone that needs the help, please tell them there's still help. There's still help, and if they're still here, and they're still battling, they're stronger than they think. The fact that they're still here, and they want something better for themselves, speaks volumes. For 10 years, my grandma battled cancer. Again, her own children, her grandchildren. Many people she knows suffered. And most women truly don't know how to understand how to make change. So I think of my grandma. My grandma would be happy to tell you that I believe that the secret to resiliency is to build a life that you don't have to escape from. A life that you don't sit there and dream every day of just fast forwarding through. Because this is the only life we have. It's the only one. And I think that she knew that when she found out when she was diagnosed with cancer. She wanted to do everything in her power to help women live life. Her family to live life. only one we have. So for me, and for all of you, and for everyone else out here, I want to be awake. I want to be alive. I want to be drug-free, and I want to love all of it. Who's with me? So an important thing for everyone here, I just wanted to let you know that Journey of Hope runs, they run off of donations, whether it's monetary or it's your time. So if you have time, or you have an experience, or you have anything that you have to give, whether it's monetary